In this video, I'm going to cover Bitcoin's performance on the halving year. So this is a halving year. We want to go back in history so you can see kind of maybe how we are going to do this year. But first, right now, Bitcoin only needs to 3x from here, which it will easily do in the future, to become bigger than any stock in the entire world. And once it does that, that's going to gain a lot of attention as well, because people are going to be like, wait a second, it's not a Ponzi scheme. Oh, it's something real and people can make money off it. Wow, maybe I should invest. And that's going to be really interesting, especially I don't think that's going to happen this bull market. If it does, that's incredible, but definitely next bull market. Now, what's even more interesting is the amount of Bitcoin being held by institutions. So institutions are buying and holding. These are the people that you want to be, that you want to pay attention to, not the gamblers who are leveraging their positions. So like open interest, people that are leveraged 10x, 5x or whatever for Bitcoin, those people just get liquidated on a daily basis. But I'm talking about long-term holders. Check out this graph. This is a pretty incredible graph. It just shows that they really are buying and holding, which is going to cause a major supply crunch, in my opinion, or it's actually happening right now. That's why you're seeing the price unable to really go low into the low $50,000 range, which I said probably wasn't going to happen. And now we're at $66,000, $65,000. So check out this graph. Now, let's move over to Mike Alfred, and he's talking about the Bitcoin transaction fees. Now, Heidi did a really excellent video yesterday. I would definitely recommend you checking it out. So he says the spike in Bitcoin transaction fees in the first 100 blocks post-halving was predictable. Invariably, the obscenely high fees immediately following the halving will mean revert, but we are at the beginning of a new era, not the end. Fees will go much higher and stay much higher during this cycle. So I also said this on my Twitter account, if you want to follow me at Sir Crypto Tips. Let's move over to the US and see how much currency they are printing. So currency creation is an interesting thing. So the more you create currency for a debt-based system like the US dollar, the more you need to print. So you can't vote on this. This is just how central banks work. That is how the US dollar was formed. It's formed to survive off debt. So guess what happened? The US House approved a $60 billion aid for Ukraine and $26 billion for Israel. Pennies in reality, it's pennies, but still, it's easier for them to pass these bills than convince you guys for a raise in taxes, right? So in order to go ask you guys, hey, can you pay more in taxes? You guys are going to put up a fight, but you aren't going to put up a fight when it comes to aid packages, because most people don't even know that is actually happening. Now, lastly, let's go over the history of the years which the Bitcoin halving has happened. All right, so 2012, Bitcoin went up 218%. 2016, 120%, 2020, 305%, and 2024 year to date, 52%. So I think we have a ways to go. I think it will be probably a bit higher considering how much Bitcoin is actually left on exchanges and how many Bitcoin are actually being bought by these massive institutions, especially when Grayscale slows down their selling, which they sort of are. They've already gotten rid of about half the Bitcoin that they've had, and now they actually, here, I'll actually cover this. Grayscale starts slashing its fees on their mini Bitcoin ETF to just 15 basis points, the cheapest Bitcoin ETF on the market. So I want you to tell me, what are your thoughts below with what is happening with these outflows? Do you think we are starting to see the end of it? Tell me your thoughts. Plus, if you want to check out what we are doing with our crypto, when we are selling, when we are going to be buying, probably more selling in the future, check us out at learningcrypto.com. I will talk to you guys soon. Please hit like and subscribe. Bye-bye.